Series, I'm walking you through the Insight to Action method, a simple, grounded framework for moving from feeling stuck to moving forward with clarity and momentum. In step 1, Illuminate, we focused on awareness. We talked about naming the fear, the doubt, the story running in the background. Because you can change what you can't see, right? If you haven't watched step 1 yet, go watch that first. This step builds directly on it. Without awareness, action can feel forced instead of aligned. Once you name what's really going on, the next question becomes, now what? That's where step 2 begins. Step 2 is called engage. Insight feels good, it feels like progress, but insight alone doesn't change your life. I know this because I spent years understanding why I was stuck and still staying stuck. Step 2 is where things finally move. Engage does not mean pushing harder. It does not mean forcing confidence, and it definitely doesn't mean fixing everything at once. Engage means choosing one small honest action that challenges the block without overwhelming your nervous system. Confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes from action. Your brain doesn't need proof that you're fearless. It needs proof that you can move with fear. For a long time, my goals were too big for my nervous system. ADHD, anxiety, and self-doubt don't respond well to pressure. Every time I tried to go all in, I froze. What finally helped wasn't motivation, it was evidence. Evidence that I could take one step and survive it. So I stopped asking, how do I fix everything? And I started asking this instead. What is the smallest action I can take today that proves I'm not stuck? If the fear is speaking, the action might be asking one question. If the overwhelm is your space, the action is clearing one surface. If the anxiety is loud, the action is breathing for 2 minutes before deciding anything. And if you're avoiding a task, the action is starting it before just 2 minutes. Not to finish it, just to begin. Every small action updates the story your brain is telling. It stops saying, I can't, and it starts saying, I moved. Fear doesn't disappear when you argue with it. Fear shrinks when you outgrow it. You don't need to feel ready, you need to feel willing. Here's how you engage. First, name the insight. Second, shrink it to the smallest possible step. Third, do it within 24 hours. And fourth, release the outcome. If it takes more than 15 minutes, it's too big. This isn't about perfection, this is about motion. Engage isn't about fixing your whole life. It's about proving to yourself that you're not frozen, you're just early in the process. One small action today is enough. In step 3, Evolve, we'll talk about reflection, because action changes the moment, but reflection is what turns action into growth. If this helped you, stay with me. Subscribe so you don't miss step 3. And share this with someone who feels stuck but doesn't need pressure, they need permission. Be present, be patient, be positive. This is the Alpha Presence. Have a good day.